Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Oh, he's been caught napping! Can he finish? Goal! Sporting! The ideal start!
The perfect show of intent. Great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So, a breakthrough already. Rivaldo. Oh, that's well spotted. Batistuta is onto it in a flash. And he's let fly! Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Batistuta. Mbappe. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And the shot's on here. Decent chance! He scores! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Sporting are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Messi. Messi charging forward, the ball at his feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And he was alert to it. Batistuta might just make this. And it's Ronaldinho. And here's Suarez.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
And here's Suarez. And he's only too happy to take that back. And he's quick to get it clear again. Costa Curta. Ronaldinho. Ball's gone out of play. And that's definitely not his best. Tries to pass it through. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And we've reached half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Sporting really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Sporting sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. So we're just settling back into this second half. Now it's Luis Suarez. The message is clear, none shall pass.
Sporting have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
That's an imaginative pass. That is good alertness. Ronaldinho. Barcelona finding their passes. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Looking for options for movement. And he shoots! They want to be quick to recover this. And that was very necessary. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Ronaldinho. Davids. Messi. Scholes concedes a free kick for that. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Deftly away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that has been knocked clear. And here's Rivaldo. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Rivaldo. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That's a cute ball. It's a pretty loose pass. Costa Curta. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Luis Suarez. Now it's Stoichkov! And it's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 9, Suarez.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number
Barcelona
19,
get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Pass is just off target.
number 11,
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
That's a nicely weighted pass. And he's taking no chances there. Stoichkov. Now it's Rice. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Threads one in. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. It's a good spell of possession, this. Can he finish? It's in! Tying minutes, and we're all square again. Stoichkov duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Well,
And that's it. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be set. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So that's got things underway.
Well, Wayne Rooney's role today will be crucial. We all know of his qualities as a goalscorer, but a lot's going to be expected from his creativity too. It's very rare for a striker to have such wonderful vision.
Yeah, he's... Mbappe! That attempt, which in hindsight was probably just beyond him.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
And it's Scholes. Now it's Lewandowski. It's a searching pass. He's away. Tries a shot. It's there. First blood drawn. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Sporting are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Scholes tries to pass it through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Madrid are looking to break at pace.
Sporting are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And this is Batistuta. Chiellini defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Nagatomo. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. And the pass is intercepted.
Sporting really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system.
Goes for a shot! It's hit the upright. Costa Curta gets it clear. Rijkaard cuts it out. And here's Lewandowski. Nakata has it out wide and in space. Rijkaard. Scholes. That's a cute ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Rooney looking to play him in. Costa Curta.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Rijkaard. Mbappe, someone who can always claim. And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Substitution for Sporting, number 10, Mbappe, number 14.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Coming on the field, number
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he shoots! Cleared without complication. Oh, super ball! Sporting do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Batistuta.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That's an imaginative pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Scholes. Great vision. Batistuta. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Some resolute defending there. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And they're back on the ball again. Scholes with the cross. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner.
Substitution for Sporting, number 23.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Xabi Alonso, number 3.
Climbs up big! Oh, it's come off the upright. And he's there to belt it away. Oh, easy pickings there.
Sporting really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Chiellini cuts out the pass. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Plenty of appeals,
well, he
but
got
the
rid
referee
because
is
he was
not
under
interested.
pressure.
And he's there to make the challenge.
There will be 1 minute added time.
This looks promising. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Ruud van Nistelrooy, without question, Jim, a giant amongst strikers.
Well, what I found so admirable about him, Peter, was his courage. There were plenty of sceptics who doubted his ability to step up from Dutch football.
He did step up, he stepped up all right, and he was integral in wrenching the title back from North London in 2003. That 20-minute hat-trick in front of the home crowd in the penultimate game of the season, it was pretty special. Takes a shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous. Van Nistelrooy really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Sporting are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He came in hard, very hard. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Played out wide, played back in. Now, can they get him away?
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And he opts to go forward. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Kukçu. Rijkaard. And he's there to retrieve it. Kimmich. That is good alertness. Lovely ball and a real... There's the shot! And yes, it's there! Sporting are all square. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Sporting grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kukçu. Chiellini spots it and intercepts. Can he get on the end of this? And a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
And now,
Reflections on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And we are back on the way. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle.
Well, I suppose from...
Kukçu! Oh, it's come loose. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Van Nistelrooy. Shapes to shoot! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
They're back in possession and ready to go again. And it's slung out wide. Cross from Cafu. Defending of the desperate variety. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. He's on it. Can he get away? Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Mbappe. Number
Tar.
21,
That has ended up in no man's land. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
coming on the field.
Plays a sharp little ball here. He's dealt with that really well. Lahm with the clearance.
Thomas Rashitsky.
Sporting perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. He won't be happy with that one. Nicely shaped ball. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Brzezinski. Now it's Aubameyang. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
This looks promising.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Tar gets it clear. Great vision. Oh, well played, well sorted out. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Cafu, and there's green grass ahead of him. Lofted in,
2 added minutes has been indicated.
and he's heaved it away. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Can he finish? Well, there's the clearance. So nearly the total turnaround. They simply ran out of time. It has ended all square. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. There's the whistle. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those games where he showed the very best qualities.
Yeah, time after time, it is a tale of the extraordinary, and we've come to expect the extraordinary from him.
We have.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Caceres spots it and intercepts. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Mbappe. Looking for options for movement. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's managed to get free. Chiellini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Spread it left. And here's Mbappe. Kimmich. Now, can they get him away?
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Ribery.
Sporting are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Played out towards the right wing. Nicely weighted ball. Mbappe! Schmeichel gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraph.
And it's Batistuta. There's the shot! And he nearly went all the way.
That was really positive from him. He was far too good for those defenders and nearly scored a cracker.
Quality ball. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Messi. Raul. Can he get it through? Shot, surely! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So the would-be breakthrough moment. One-nil, never any doubt. Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
The goal scorer for Barcelona after 45 minutes is number 12.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they...
And we hit half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
And we come to you now with a quick request for support for our World Charity Fund.
Substitution for Sporting. Number 10, Mbappe.
Here we go again.
Number 23, Scholes.
Sporting can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Number 13, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number
Now looking to
21,
orchestrate a counter. He's found a way through.
Number 14, Cafu.
Sporting come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Raul going face-to-face with his great rival. Xavi Alonso. Cafu. Chance here to counter. Cross from Cafu. And the keeper beats it away. Sporting still this single goal behind. Now it's Messi. Neymar. Now it's Messi. A heavy challenge. And Messi!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Big chance! They want to be quick to recover this.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
That is ended up in no man's land.
Sporting really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And it's Xavi Alonso. Oh, good spread. Cross needs to be... Diving header! Now that was a full-blooded header.
Well, he can't be accused of not being brave, Peter, and his boss will give him the thumbs up, I'm sure.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And the keeper's got it again.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, nice touch. And that's really well manoeuvred. Barcelona have it back and can go again. Lam. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Raul. Time and again they are repelled. Time is running out here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. And this is shapes to shoot! He has done it! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Barcelona couldn't... That's the end. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, we're on the way.
It's rare for me to look at a fullback as a potential match winner, Peter, but with Roberto Carlos, I can make an exception.
He's not a defender at all, is he? He's a winger more than that.
Exactly, the Brazilian Express, up and down the line all the time, and a taker of audacious free kicks.
It's a good run down the right. That's a lovely, neat pass. Van Dijk deals with that comfortably. Lam threads one in. Batistuta.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Toni Kroos. Spread neatly. Oh, terrible pass. Works it forward. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
And here's Batistuta. And no, that was never going to make it. Can he get it through? And he cuts out the supply. And that's put paid to a promising move. Played into space. He's in plenty of space here.
That's good defensive concentration.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Belletti. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Belletti.
Sporting really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Thinks about the shot. Oh, good-looking ball. Now, what about a counter-attack? Xavi Alonso. And here's Mbappe. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. That's a sharp pass. Maradona powering forward here. Great chance! It's in! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
After 39 minutes is
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Can he latch on to this?
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
substitution for Sporting. Number 14, Cafu. Number 41, Weiss. Coming on the field.
And that should get the job done.
11,
Sporting have the chance to go the other way.
Scholes. There will be 1 minute added.
He's having a go! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
That is ended up in no man's land. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Ambitious ball here. He slid. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Real pressure penalty, this. A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And that has been cut short. Cruyff. Now it's Scholes. And the shot! Goal! Sporting! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Sporting do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. That's a good run down the left. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. And it's Maradona. He's shifting through the gears here. Real chance here. Poor robust challenge. And that was very necessary. That's a cute ball. Baresi gets over and intercepts. And here's Maradona. Scholes has created one goal already. Into the last quarter of an hour.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He has found the way through. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Well, that has not gone well. Alarm. Van Dijk calmly anticipates.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Looking for options for movement. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Batistuta. And that is as far as it goes. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to...
Griezmann! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Diallo in acres of space out wide. And he's had a hit! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Fikayo Tomori could play an interesting role here, Peter. As a defender, he's unmatched when it comes to pace. One-on-ones, he usually comes out on top, even against quick opponents. But I also like the way he can...
Oh, what has happened here? And Batistuta! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Cleared without hesitation. And now a sudden chance to counter. Ahmad. Still goalless at the moment. Diogo Dalot providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, shooting chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Xavi Alonso. Passing is crisp and sharp. Plays a sharp little ball here. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Mount is on... Mount! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
They've played it short. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. And he whips it in. Firmly met. Sporting have the chance to go the other way. Griezmann, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he's certainly onside here. Shaw, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Opts for safety. Maguire. And it's Dalot. And he was quick to react. Batistuta.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Alonso. Shaw gets across to intercept that.
There will be one
Casemiro.
minute time.
And here's Suarez. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And the game has already resumed here. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Chance for a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And here's Batistuta. Rooney takes a shot! There it is!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have the first goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
And that's been won straight back, and it's Dallo. Matheus Cunha. Abiati claims comfortably.
Manchester United really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Matheus Cunha, and here's Mount. Little pass back. Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Scholes. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's in space and looking for options. And this is... Tries a shot! Long ball upfield. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Sporting leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. And he welcomes it in. That's good play. And that's a dangerous ball. Tomori. And the shot! He's scored! They have stolen level at the last! That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Ah, you've got to love that. Concentration, conviction, contact, and sheer class.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Well seen. And that will be the final act. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks a winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. It is our understanding that they've gone with a 4-5-1.
Well, it's a...
Oh, shooting chance! Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad, Jules Koundé, a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that, and he's a formidable presence at the back.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Decent chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's been taken short. That is lovely. Now it's Yamal. Sporting are looking to go forward now. Luis Suarez, spread it left. Griezmann going face-to-face with his great rival. Scholes, aimed beyond the defence. That's a shade optimistic. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. So it is still 0-0. Pedri. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Pedri. Fernandez. Nicely spread. Now it's Yamal. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? De Jong. Very nicely done. Yamal. It was all about the quality of the delivery, and they come away with nothing. And he shoots! Goal! Sporting! And Sporting score first! That was a given. It always was.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Koundé. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found a way through! Yamal. And there's the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How would you review the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed. So they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Sporting, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. Sporting carrying a one-goal lead. Pedri. And it's Rashford. This is De Jong. Kubasi. That's a good ball out wide. Showing great feet there. Oh, that's fabulous. Flashes it. He's got tall. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Pedri. Passes short and sharp. And it's Casado. And here's De Jong! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Great vision. Oh no, that was never going to make it.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Pedri. Looking to play him in. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Now this could be a chance.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Chance! He scores! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 29.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change.
Well, I think his job here, Peter, is going to be to reinvigorate that attack. Just change the rhythm up front.
Sporting are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
That's good vision. Shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are pulling clear here. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 14.
So there's going to be another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, he's had so much room to operate in. He's been running the show, but maybe the curtain's about to come down on him.
And it's Xavi Alonso. And this... And Batistuta! It's there! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian.
The goal scorer for Sporting after 88 minutes is number 7, Gabriel Batistuta.
It's become a case of men against boys.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
There will be 5
De Jong,
minutes added
and
time.
here's Lewandowski. Batistuta. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And it's Maldini. It's Xabi Alonso. Tomori. And that will be the final act. Sporting really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Batistuta claiming the Man of the Match award. And there is... Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Maldini making his 200th appearance today. Rafael Leao! A wonderful effort all by himself.
Rafael Leao can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Out towards the flank. Back into the middle. And a shot! Oh, he's won it! The most decisive of all goals! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting. So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The action has already started. Well, there are plenty who consider Marco van Basten to be the very epitome of excellence, and it's hard to argue with that, Jim, isn't it?
Certainly is. Everything he did was pretty much perfect. His positioning, his movement with and without the ball, the ability to receive it and turn away from defenders. And don't get me started about his finishing.
For sure, a name to strike fear into the hearts of goalkeepers everywhere. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Maldini spots it and intercepts. Now it's Batistuta. Serginho. And it's Van Basten. Oh, good read. Ferdinand. Now Kaká. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Scholes. Serginho. Pull it. Nicely shaped ball. Costa Curta calmly anticipates. Van Basten. Picked out, goes for a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, good-looking ball. Modric. Tries to pass it through. Kaká. Scholes. And it's Batistuta. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Serginho. Van Basten. Now it's Okafor. Hullet. Maldini.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Scholes. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And he has been fouled there. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
He's having a good look here.
Yeah, and a heart and mouth time for the culprit, who may well...
Alonso! Decent hit from there. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mbappe. And here's Batistuta. This might spell danger. Chance for a shot! Oh, he's won it! They willed it, and it happened! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in it.